Today, at the American College of Cardiology, we presented the results of the REGARDS neurocognitive function study. This analysis evaluated loss-of-function mutations of PCSK9 and related it to two scores for neurocognitive function. This Mendelian approach was performed in African Americans, more than 10,000, because we had DNA in the African Americans and less in Caucasians. We used two scores for assessing neurocognitive function. They're based on auditory responses with surveys, and one of the scores, SIS, is administered annually, and then the SERED score is administered every 18 to 24 months. This analysis was performed as part of the NIH-funded REGARDS trial, a trial that's funded by the National Institutes of Neurologic Diseases to look at stroke risk in African Americans and other racial groups. In this study, we report that PCSK9 loss-of-function variants, the major ones that have been reported in the ERIC trial, are associated with a 28% lower level of LDL cholesterol. So as a secondary endpoint, we evaluated the change in LDL cholesterol with neurocognitive function. In this study, we showed no difference in individuals with PCSK9 loss-of-function variants versus those without on prevalent cognitive function. We also looked at incident cognitive function using both tests. The SERED score was repeated twice during the study, and the SIS score was repeated 5 times during the study. And the study lasted about 5 to 6 years, our period of observation. An incident cognitive impairment was not different in individuals with and without loss-of-function mutations in PCSK9. Second, we evaluated LDL cholesterol change of 20 milligram per deciliter to see whether this was associated with any alteration in prevalent and in incident scores for neurocognitive function. And there was no relationship between PCSK9 variant loss of function, the associated lower LDL cholesterol, and those two tests of neurocognition. In this population, some individuals who had loss-of-function mutations were also on statin therapy. They may be at high risk for cardiovascular events based on other risk factors than the LDL cholesterol, such as diabetes, cigarette smoking. In a sensitivity analysis, statins had no effect on the association with neurocognitive function in people with and without loss-of-function mutations. So where does our study fit? Our study provides a Mendelian randomization approach that confirms the results of the EBBINGHAUS study. The EBBINGHAUS study used a different measure of neurocognitive function, the CANTAB, which is based on visual reaction time and incorporation of executive learning. So the scores are different, but they both showed similar results, that genetically low LDL cholesterol levels through PCSK9 variants, as well as in the EBBINGHAUS study, pharmacological reductions in PCSK9 and lower LDL cholesterol levels are not associated with neurocognitive impairment. And these results are very reassuring for our patients.